Hello my friends and welcome back to Cat on the Sofa, and today I will be looking at the Novamedia Fullslip of Taken. And before we get started guys, if you enjoy this video and want to see more like it, please consider liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. So let's just get straight to it. So as some of you may know, I am a very big fan of Novamedia. They were my first premium pickup ever, the first proper premium anyway, and yeah, as I've said before, you really can't appreciate just how nice Nova Media releases are until you've actually held one in your hand. And yeah, so let's just have a look, shall we? So this is the full slip, as I said, and it has Nova Media's usual like plastic coated packaging. It has they have a really nice textured effect all around, and as usual it's a numbered edition, so this is 1386 out of 1500, and I do appreciate that they are all limited and numbered. And even I just like the stickers, they're nice. Some of the Xavier ones just have a crappy little sticker and it's just not good, although my preferred method of tracking numbered releases is on a plastic credit cardy thing. So, like I was saying, Taken slip. So it's all textured, which feels really nice, and the plastic coating feels really nice. The title is embossed, as is the gun, and it's like embossed and also really shiny. It's like it kind of feels like spot glossing on a steelbook. And all the back is nicely textured, and everywhere it says Taken is also embossed, and it looks really nice. I love the artwork on it. It's it is actually one of my favorite full slips. So let's have a look. I actually have it inside a screen protector. I have it inside a protector there because I learned my lesson with the Planet Terror one. These steelbooks, the glossy steelbooks from Nova, have a tendency to damage themselves on their own full slips. I wish that they would do something to address that, but I'm sure that they are thinking of ways to do so. Anyway, so this is the steelbook, and it's all glossy, and it's one of those ones with the debossed like middle. I go through phases where I'm not sure if I prefer that to just like flat ones, like, you know, but I don't know. So yeah, anyway, the Taken is again embossed on there, and it's got Liam Neeson's signature quote from the movie. You really couldn't have any better of a quote here. The wow, the gloss really picking up fingerprints, and I've only ever held this a handful of times too. Anyway, so yeah, let's have a look at the internal artwork there. That is, of course, Brian interrogating Marco. Marco is an absolute and total arsehole, as you know. And yeah, I'm glad he gets electrocuted to death. However long that took. Days, maybe. And yeah, so that's really nice. So yeah, with it being a Nova, the steelbook is nice and glossy. I actually don't think I have any micro scratches on this, which is an absolute miracle. So let that be a warning to you guys. If you have any premium steelbooks with full slips, don't count on the slip to protect it. It won't. They get micro scratches oh so easily, and I know that these probably aren't the absolute. See, you can even see the outside of the slip here is actually scratched from the slip, and that would be the steelbook if it wasn't in this. So absolutely, be very careful with your premiums. I don't know why I've put that away though, because I need to put these back in there in a moment. So let's have a look at the extra cards. So yeah, this being Novamedia, You would expect the character cards to be very good. So we have Brian and Lenny, Lenore, and Kim. I nearly forgot his daughter's name there. And yeah, they're pretty nice. But the actual art cards themselves are much nicer. They have this really nice textured effect on them. Like I would say it feels like sort of like a matte finish, but in a good way. Like I, matte finish with steelbook has a kind of dirty connotation to it, right? It's like you think matte steelbook and you think bad, but with other things it's not quite the same. So like if you say a matte finish on a photo, I tend to think that that's a good thing. Like or if you have like matte paint on a car, that looks incredibly nice. And I don't know why we don't have a similar kind of finish on steelbooks, because like that kind of a matte textured finish could look really, really nice, I think. And I don't know why they're not. So yeah. And it has a rather nice, very, very premium feeling production booklet here, and it's all in Korean, and I don't speak Korean. We could Google Lens it. I don't really care that much. Like, I'm sure that all the information in here you could find either in a making of featurette or just online in a trivia section. Maybe on TV tropes or something. Oh, look, some of it is actually in English. I always forget that. I'm assuming it's not like a repeat of what was in there before. But yeah, so that's a really nice feeling premium booklet there. And I do think that's everything, guys. So, what do I think of the movie? Taken is one of my favourite films. Oh boy, is it one of my favourite films. I I remember that I downloaded this movie way, way back when it first came out. This is when I primarily used to torrent everything, and I don't anymore. But I remember it sitting on my computer for the longest time, and I never, never, never watched it. And months and months went by with me not having watched it, and I don't know why. I didn't fancy it, and I didn't really know much about it. Trailers weren't as easy to watch back then, you know, not like they are now. And I just didn't really know much about it. And then one day I just decided to watch it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I I I think that Liam Neeson could have absolutely been a much, 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 much bigger action star had he started earlier in life, and it's a shame that he didn't. But yeah, this one's really good. The sequels not so much. And I think the problem with this is, yes, this does suffer a little bit from too rapid editing, but not nearly as much as the sequels. Like, it's not like John Wick levels of good cinematography and fight choreography and editing, but it's really good. Brian has this very pragmatic way of fighting. It's incredibly no nonsense, and believable. Like the way he fights is believable. Like you can see that it's from years of just training, and he doesn't come across as this invincible guy. Like yeah, I mean, the only real problem he has throughout the whole film is the Sheik's bodyguard. We call him the dragon in trope world, right? But he's the only guy he has any trouble with. But at that point in the film, he must. I don't think he'd actually barely slept in the time since Kim disappeared, and God knows how long he'd already been awake. You know, and yeah, he's even shot for the start of the fight, and he's already been storming the boat. So would he have had any trouble fighting the bodyguard had he been completely fresh? I don't know. I don't think it really matters. What does matter? I mean, you can even say that, yeah, the story on this film is incredibly contrived. Like, he gets so incredibly lucky because if he wasn't on the phone to Kim when she gets taken, he would never have found out she would have been gone. And had he not been friends with like the analysts, she would have been gone. Had they just not happened to take this photo of Marco, not Marco. Shit, I've forgotten the name of the spotter at the airport. It's completely unimportant. But had they not have found had he not have found that photo that just happened to have his reflection, he'd never have found her. And it's just one, like, he basically like stumbles into the information. And yeah, you can argue that a lot of it is also his training. He just knows where to look for these things. But it doesn't really matter, does it? At the end of the day, it's just a fun film. So the sequels, I've seen the second one only a handful of times, especially compared to this one. But I don't think the second one's bad. The extended cut is considerably better than the theatrical release. I don't know if it's just because the editor and director, I don't know who directs the sequel or even this one off the top of my head. I know Luke Besson is a producer. I mean, it could just be to disguise the fact that Liam Neeson was getting older, as is Keanu, I guess, but they don't seem to be doing that with him. But like, I guess they just play into John Wick. John Wick being completely exhausted and injured, and obviously slowing down because of that. I wonder how that will play out in the fourth film. I'm getting off topic. So the third one, my God, the third one is the one that has that like 15 cut fence jump, and I've only seen it once. I don't recall specifically hating it, but as a general rule, if you've watched a movie like a whole bunch of times, and then you progressively watch its sequels less and less than you have the original, I guess that speaks a lot about the film. Say, as an example, Pacific Rim. I love the first one. It's one of my absolute favorite films, and I've seen it so many times. Do you know how many times I've seen the sequel? One time, just the one. So I guess that speaks more about like, that says a lot, doesn't it? That I haven't set out to watch it more and more times like the original. So take that for whatever it's worth. I mean, I do have all three of the movies on Blu-ray. I'll be honest, I picked up the third one because it was cheap and I wanted to complete the set. But I don't really have much else to say about it. If you've never seen Taken, I highly recommend you go out and watch it. And if you have seen Taken, let me know in the comments what you think of it. I mean, I don't know anyone that doesn't like this film, I guess. But, you know, I'm sure they're out there. So I think that's about everything I have to say about that, guys. I'm a little bit of an update. I'm still waiting on ET to get dispatched, and if they dispatch it by Royal Mail, I do believe that Royal Mail is striking tomorrow and the day after. So if that is the case, I almost certainly won't be getting ET until Monday now. If it gets dispatched by Every, on the other hand, there's a good chance I'll have it. If it could dispatch today and I could get it tomorrow. Which I'm looking forward to. In fact, I've only ever seen E.T. on DVD. So I'm very much looking forward to getting that on 4K. I'm sure that will look great. What else? So I have 4 films due next week, and I do remember what they are now because I checked earlier. So I have The Driver, I Croupier, Reservoir Dogs, and God damn it, I checked. The Warriors. Yeah, The Warriors, which I might have only ever seen once. I can't hardly remember, but Like those should charge sometime. I'm hoping I get those sometime next week. And there's a few films in there that I haven't seen. Like The Driver, I'm very interested to see that because I know nothing about it whatsoever, other than it's about a driver. So I guess that remains to be seen. And the only other thing that I am spectacularly looking forward to, and it's already paid for, thank God, the Vinegar Syndrome Ultra Box, or is it Ultra or Ultimate Box? I don't know. I think it's Ultra Box, but I'm the Roadhouse should be shipping. As far as I know, after Black Friday. I don't know exactly when they will be shipping, but I'm hoping that like around the 30th or so that it will get shipped. God, I hope it doesn't take too long to arrive because, oh my God, I will hands down say that this is the release I've been looking forward to most all year. And it's only a fairly recent pre order, too. Like, it still blows everything else out of the water for me. Like, as I may have said before, you ask me 99 times out of 100, I will say that Roadhouse is my favourite film, and to get it on 4K and to get it in such a nice package, I absolutely cannot wait. I literally will be crawling up the walls to get that one when I get the dispatch notification, because the only thing worse than waiting for something to release is waiting for it to arrive, right? So yeah. But I am kind of starting to ramble there, guys, so I think I'm going to end it. So, as usual, guys, one more time, if you enjoy the video, please smash that subscribe button, and I shall catch you next time.